Unearthed is a series committed to biblical archaeology, finds and discoveries in the Holy Land in Israel, and what the implications are for the Christian world. What do they tell us about the Bible? Do they authenticate? Do they take away from the validity of Scripture? And so Unearthed, the series, went to Israel and started to look at all these biblical archaeological finds and meet with the people who discovered the finds and look at them and examine them closely, explore the controversial conclusions that they draw, and what do they tell us or what don't they tell us about ancient life in Bible times. The Talpiot tomb was found in 1980, and for almost 27 years nobody really talked about it until recently when the film The Lost Tomb of Jesus came out. And it was brought out because there was a really interesting cluster of names that were found written on some ossuaries inside. The Unearthed team felt that it was really important to investigate the theory behind the Lost Tomb of Jesus film. Because if this were in fact the tomb of Jesus of Nazareth and his family, there would be huge implications or ramifications for the Christian church, for one of the largest religions in this world. We felt it was important to pursue for ourselves the experts that were interviewed in the film, other experts in certain fields, to talk to them and find out, could this be or not be the actual lost tomb of Jesus and his family? As a Christian watching the film for the first time, first of all, I was really impressed by the way the film was done. The cinematography, the acting, the recreations, they were fantastic. And after watching it once, I was really surprised because I remember thinking to myself, oh my goodness, could this be possible? And so I watched it a second time, and after watching it a second time, I saw a lot of inconsistencies in the film. And a lot of people don't have, a Bible college degree or a biblical background study. The average Christian they go to church and they hear what they hear. And if you weren't really well versed in the history of the first century and burial customs, you might believe the film. It really might sound believable. And so we thought it was very important for Christianity to represent the average person sitting on their sofa watching a film like this, to show them what the inconsistencies were and what was the scientific background for why this could or could not be the tomb of Jesus. It's important not to respond just as a Christian to a film like this, because the academic community will say, well, you're a Christian, you don't want it to be true. And so the Unearthed team thought it was important to investigate it scholastically, historically, archaeologically, and scientifically, and lay down our faith, per se, and pursue it from a mere academic point of view. And when we did that, we were very astounded by the evidence that we found that pointed us in the complete and total opposite direction. In our investigation, we came full circle to the name Yeshua, where in the Lost Tomb of Jesus film, it was clearly spelled out that this was the name. But in fact, after talking with epigraphers and with Dr. Stephen Fahn, he told us that the investigation is still ongoing because it's really unclear if it actually says that name. And in fact, it looks like there's at least 2 other names beneath that name. So what does that say to us about Talpiot? And so the investigation is still ongoing. It was really unfortunate that we were not able to go inside the tomb, but maybe one day we'll get that chance.